Hello everyone, we're going to have a quick run through Microsoft Teams and give you a bit of a rundown on how it can be used in different ways. I'm using a learning tool called Screen-O-Matic or Screencast-O-Matic, something like that, that can help you to record your screen and record your voice that you can use to go over and draft work or review work and give feedback on work for the students as well. So this is like everyone else's desktop. I've just got my own folder up here called Mr. Librino, but you can download the Teams app, so that is down here, and then once we have done that and we click on that down here, then up comes the Teams page. Now up here where my mouse is the activity feed, and it's like any other feed on social medias. It's all your current things, they come up and pop on here. The next thing is the chat, and it can be used to chat to anyone on our system. For example, I've got Charlie Tuck here who had forgotten his work one afternoon. You can see that the time was 5:08, and he messaged at 4:59, and I sent through the work and he was able to get that done for me for homework. And the next button is Teams. So if you click on that, up comes all of your teams. Now, not many of you will have as many teams as I do here. That's just because I've been involved in a lot of different team setups, etc., that I've been added into. But what I do want to show you is that how I've used Teams with my students. So if I click down here to 7Blue Students, and up comes the conversations. Now you can turn off the ability for students to be able to comment in here, because it does remove some of those wonderful students that like to put in silly comments, etc. But they are still able to add little emoticons, and as you can see here, they're all giving me angry reactions to their HASS and English assignments. And speaking of assignments, you can view the assignments through here if you just click on either of those two buttons. Otherwise, up here you click on the assignments tab, which spits out all of the assignments that you've assigned. Now I've only got 3 here that are currently that I've used, that are in use right now, but you can find, I can go through and find all of the ones that I have used in the past. But what all I'll do is show you how we can just click on here, English, and then up comes all the students' name in my English class. Now this video is not going to show you how to add those students in, but I can create another video to show you how to do that very shortly. So if I click on Eliza's work here, up will come her work, and I can see through there, this is using obviously Microsoft Online, which I don't like to use, and all I need to do is click on here, open in desktop app, and up comes her work. So I can see all of that, and I can actually use the word tools to edit all of that. If I click on review up here, and then show, well, comments are already enabled. So if I click on, we've clicked on show comments, add, if I highlight a specific part, if I find here, maybe we could just highlight this and add a new comment and say use font size for the title. This is an example, and then I click on this little, I don't need to click on anything, and then if I click on that, there's the comments right there. And you can do that throughout the whole document, and then it will save automatically, but you can click on that just for safety, exit the document, go back to the Teams down here, you can close that up, and if I go to another student and come back to Eliza's, it should hopefully come up. There it is. If I click on that, you can see the comment that I've left. So you can do that throughout the whole document, and that can be a way to replace our, what's those boxes called? The Dropbox, the student work and pickup folders. So you can use that instead, and obviously you can use this tool to draft any student's work for any subjects, and it's great because you don't need to go anywhere, flip any book pages. You just click the arrow here that will take you to the next student, and that'll show you that next student's work. So as you can see, we're doing a bit of a book review on the novel Once, and they've answered all the chapter questions, which I can see all here. And you can also add in feedback to these boxes here as a general feedback at the end, as well as the comments that you leave as well. So in terms of creating a team, you click down here, obviously where it says join or create a team. So you click on join, create a team. You want to create a class, and this will also create a class notebook as well. So if I click on class, I'm just going to call it staff or character staff. And it'll create the team very quickly. Search for student, I'll just Troy, add him in. He's the only student. And you can change if they're the owner or the student as well. And you can also add in different teachers. So if you're a team teaching a certain subject, for example, if I have someone else helping me, I could put in Fiona, so we teach English together. I can add her as the other teacher, and she will have the same, she's the owner, she'll have the same permissions, etc. that I do as well. And there it comes, the notebook, and Troy's the only student. So if I go make an assignment, go on there, can create an assignment for him. You just call it English essay. You've got down here who you can add it to, the student, all the students or specific students, and you can put the different due dates as well. You can even use it as draft, so I would put sometimes in brackets draft if it's a draft, or final if it's the final copy. That's up to you, and then all you do is click assign, and then click back on that. I need a refresh. And there's Troy. Hasn't turned it in yet, but he will soon, hopefully. If you click on student view, this is how the students will see it. And there's a way, I'm not able to show you how they submit the work, but we'll have a look at that together, and that's a question that you can ask. That's just a quick rundown about how you can use it, and what it looks like, etc. And also how you can use the Screen-O-Matic tool to draft and give back work. Hope this is helpful. Thank you.